When it comes to water in Civilization 7, it's been weak for a long time, and the most recent patch changed that completely. The question is, how good is water actually now? Is it better than a rough start? Is it better than a woodchopper start or a rainforest start? Well, that's what we're looking to explore in this video. So if you'd like to play along with this incredible spawn that we've got here, it's such a beautiful little spot that we've got here, and of course we've got a natural wonder. It wouldn't be a one more turn video without a natural wonder. I'll leave a link in the description. Let's get to it and talk a little bit about our game plan. Our game plan today is quite simple. We're going to settle right here in this position, and we're going to look to play on the water. We're playing as Tonga. In fact, we're playing as Jose Rizal of Tonga. With regard to our mementos for today, we've got Lydian Lion for an extra little bit of gold. My thinking here is that we want to try and get out our buildings nice and early, and we've got Silk Utaria for extra production in our cities. So that's going to be our game plan. Let's see whether or not we can do it. So we're going to start off here with our Tahina, and this unit is particularly strong because what we can do with this is explore endlessly, and that is definitely going to be our game plan here. So let's go ahead. I think we probably want to explore inland, at least initially, just because we have the ability to do some scouting. Looks like we might be on the edge of the continent with regard to this side. And now, when it comes to our first technology, it's a simple one. We're going into sailing. Still a little bit more expensive than animal husbandry and pottery, but of course, we have access to that harbor now. So that's what we're going to be looking to play into. Now, we could look to even purchase something like a fishing key early on here in this game. I want to come up to the Iguazu Falls just because you get the extra production on adjacent districts. And of course, that is your urban districts rather than your rural districts. I did read in the comments, somebody wrote that they don't actually use that terminology anymore. It's just every district is just a normal district now. You just have urban districts. You don't have rural districts anymore. So that's our game plan today. Let's get to it. Gosh, I tell you what, I'm a bit all over the place today, but I'm looking forward to this playthrough, mainly because when it comes to Civ 7, it's been a while since I've enjoyed playing the game, but I'm kind of excited to see exactly how strong water can be. Now, we're going to need a fishing key in this game, so I think we may as well just go into it straight away. So let's go ahead. Do we purchase the fishing key straight up, or do we purchase the harbor? We can purchase it in 8 turns, and that's going to give us more production, and arguably production's better. So let's go ahead. We're going to do that instead, but I guess technically we could make the harbor and then purchase the fishing key. That could be an option for us. Let's do that. We're just going to start off, really take advantage of that Lydian Lion, that extra 200 gold in the early game. We're also going to be looking for additional settlements that we can spot. We've got quite a bit of, oh my lord, look at all of these reefs out here. Oh my gosh, look how much we've got, dude. This is a crazy start that we've got. All of these reefs are going to provide us a huge amount of science as well. Now, keep in mind, for this civilization or this leader specifically, we do get all of that extra culture. And then, of course, we're going to be having more celebrations with this leader. And, of course, we're going to be taking our cultural government. So we're going to have plenty of culture, that is for sure. And speaking of shore, maybe it's a good idea that we go onto the shore. Actually, we'll continue moving inland for the moment. We'll come up over here. We do have a nearby barbarian towards the south that is going to be hostile. We've got camels as well and gypsum, so definitely 2 high importance resources, but we've also found another potential threat towards the north. So we'll go into another Tahina here. I feel like with Tahinas, you can probably get as many of them out as you like. These units are really quite next level when it comes to their abilities. Just your ability to move over water to just embark like that is incredible. Do we go production or do we go food? I think we probably... There's a part of me that wants to go food, but then I'm also thinking maybe the production just makes more sense just to get more Tahinas out, because we're going to be a little bit off sync here. So let's go ahead and grab that, and then we can grab 1 more after this, and that'll take us up to a total of 5. We can turn this into a marble resource. It doesn't really look like the best settle anyway. I mean, there is cotton up here, but it's kind of close. So we're not going to bother for the moment. All right, well, let's continue moving out. Do we take the science? Actually, the science kind of syncs up here. Though we could also just take the gold to get that extra production. I think we're just going to take the science here. Let's go ahead and do that. That syncs us up, and then we can drop the harbor down. So normally I'd be dropping the harbor down on this tile, and maybe that's actually the correct play, but if we drop it down over here, this is going to give us even more production. It gives us an extra 2 production, and early on, that little bit of production can make a big difference. So that's my mindset in this regard, or at least let's do it. Let's see how it goes. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Now, where do we want to go from here? I think maybe moving into culture could make sense. So potentially coming down towards the pyramids. Now, keep in mind the pyramids will buff up your tiles that are on rivers. So we've got all of these river tiles here as well. So we're really going to look to try and play the biggest possibly that we can. We just want to really invest as much as we can into these water tiles, try and boost them up. And you can see that we've already got some pretty damn juicy tiles here. Oh, we've got some other great expansions up here. We're definitely going to be playing a little bit more coastal in this game, that is for sure. All right, let's continue moving down towards the south. Maybe we find some more expansions. Now, with regard to the settings for this game, I don't think I mentioned. So it is a deity. We're on the standard map size, obviously starting in antiquity with 10 players on continents and islands for a large map. That is what we've got set up here. So 3 more production tiles up here. The camels are quite far inland, but I feel like we could still probably make a play for them. There's not a good settle down here, but I think like a settle over here might make a little bit more sense next to the gypsum. So there's our +2 in here. We could, oh my god, oh my lord, look at this. Okay, so if we make this our settle and then monument goes here, and that becomes the god tier monument. I think that's probably what we're going to do. So we'll do an inland settle, but it's still going to be on a navigable river, so it will be permissible. But we've met our very first leader of today. It's going to be Tecumseh. Tecumseh, we'll give you a friendly greeting. I think we're not going to play too much into war this game. Just try and focus on really seeing how big of a main city that we can build, and obviously if we can get other big cities as well. Rome is defined by its international population or the strength of the conqueror presides here. So we get +1 food or just 25 culture. I think we're going to just take the +1 food. It's going to add up over the course of the game for sure. All right, well, we've got our first one coming through. So we're definitely going to go mysticism here just because we need to get God of the Sea ASAP. So we're definitely going to go and do that. And I think, look, you could go, we could do, actually, clay kind of is good here. Clay's kind of good here. +1 food production. And maybe we want to take it. We got another 4 turns until the harbor's finished, but there's a part of me that really just want to stick to food. That's the other thing to note. The clay is nice because we're going to have 2 more production buildings. We're going to do the clay. I know I shouldn't, but oh man, it feels so good going for that clay. All right, now keep in mind we've also got longer celebrations, which means we've got that extra culture for quite a bit longer as well. So something to keep in mind here. All right, we'll continue moving forward. And then we'll put a couple settlers in queue. We do have a fair bit of gold in the bank, but not enough to purchase anything reasonable at the moment. There was some... I don't think that was crabs, was it? What is this? This is the new one. The cowrie. Yes, this actually isn't too bad. The extra 2 science is quite nice. Okay, so we've lost out on this goody hut. Question is, where do we go from here? I think we continue moving up north. We've found Sithep as well. Oh, we've got a goody hut down here. So we'll come back down. We'll double back down for that. And we'll keep exploring. And we'll definitely just take the influence for the moment. We can actually look to send him out a cultural exchange. Wonderful. He supports it. So that pushes our culture up quite a bit here. Definitely want to try and aim to get that and continue that early on. Just because that's going to give us a really nice boost towards our mysticism. And he's given us another one. So it looks like we're definitely going to be building a friend here. And we're not going to be going after city-states either. So he's not really going to be upset with us throughout the course of the game. I will say that when it comes to leaders' agendas, Tecumseh's one is one that I definitely prefer to play around. And as you can see right here, here's our harbor. It's getting that +2 on the base, which is just absolutely amazing. Now, I'll have to double check. I don't think, if we put this tile down here, I don't think that we get an extra +2 production on this. 99% sure that we don't, but we'll go ahead and we'll take that anyway, because I think it's a pretty decent tile. We've got more reefs out here that we could look to grab. Have we grown? Oh, we got a volcanic eruption. That's quite nearby as well. Oh my god, can you imagine if these tiles actually go crazy? Dude, I'm really looking forward to seeing whether or not water is going to be viable. But, I mean, so far from the start that we've seen, it looks decent. The reason why... Hello, Blackbeard. Indeed. I think part of the reason why it was so bad before is just because production's always been really good, right? Like, a long time production has just been the king. On top of that, they nerfed production. Do we want... I think we'll just take the gold here. So there's like a couple of different layers to it where production has been... where food has been buffed, I think is probably the best way to say it. Do we want to take the extra happiness? We definitely want to take this extra happiness. Let's go ahead and do that. That should give us pretty much, I think, Golden Age almost immediately. Yeah, it does. Wonderful. So let's do that. We'll go in and slot in toolmaking here. Lovely. And we are very happy chappies at this stage of the game. That is for sure. Ooh, that could be a little bit problematic. We'll be all right, though. We'll grab the culture here. So Carthage is up towards our north. So definitely quite far away here. So I think we 100% want to expand up to the north here. We don't want to get too close to Roma though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the gypsum tile. So we could technically settle here if we wanted to. The question is which tile, or which is going to be the best settling location. We could go for something like this. This isn't too bad. You get the +3 that way. And then that way you don't have to go near the volcano. That's probably the right way. Let's do that. We'll go here, and then we've got plenty of place to grow. The other thing to note is that fishing towns might actually be good now. Because they were, like, really bad, obviously, in the past. Did we say we wanted this tile? But there's obviously no fresh water there, so it makes it a little bit harder. So we could just take that one instead. And as long as we don't expand down, it's not going to deny any tiles from the capital. So I think that's fine, because we'll move up we'll go up in a northerly direction. So that is absolutely fine. We've taken a little bit of damage here. We missed out on the goodie hut. That's okay. That's all right. We've met a city-state as well. Now, ooh, +1 influence on fishing key. We will absolutely take that. Very, very nice. I was going to say, we've got a couple of bonuses in here that we can look to leverage against this, because I believe this is going to be an international or a distant lands city-state right here. So we do have the option to go into our uniques, specifically into, let's take a look at Carver Ceremony. Yeah, +100% influence towards the initiating and befriending or in progressing the befriend independent project if the independent power is in a distant lands. So we'll look to maybe use that a little bit later on. I think we definitely want to go into Takuana as well. This one is very exciting. So +2 science on fishing boats on reefs in all settlements. So we got lots of reefs that we can take advantage of. So we're going to try our best to maximize that potential. So I think finally, or initially at least, we probably want to finish Code of Laws. At the very least, let's finish Code of Laws and then maybe look to move into our uniques. Because what have we got realistically that we could get excited about? I think that's the big question. There's not anything in here that really makes me that excited other than maybe moving into our final mastery, at least sooner rather than later. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll pick up God of the Sea. +1 production for fishing boats. So we'll definitely take that right here. We could, Alta's 360. We could technically afford it, but we also want to be keeping a little bit in the bank just for, you know, actual utilization of cities. We want to be converting things over. So that is another factor that we should be considering. And how much production have we got? We've got 18 production already, which is a pretty decent amount. So I think we just make the altar instead of doing it the old-fashioned way. Now, to actually come up over to here, it's going to take quite a bit, you can see. However, I don't think it's going to be possible, yeah, because we'd have to wait for a bath to get up here, which we could technically do, and then we could come up and build around. Oh, no, that's 3 tiles, isn't it? 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So, I think we probably just want to save this here for our library. That's going to be our goal. That's going to be our play, and we'll just chuck our altar down on this tile instead. And yeah, I think that should be absolutely fine. And then we can look for our settler after it, because we'll go into a couple more tiles. So let's go ahead. Let's grab that. Yeah, so you can see it doesn't grab the extra +1 production, which is what we expected, right? It's only going to give you that +2 production on adjacent districts, and obviously the harbor is a district. They've obviously changed the terminology. I didn't get the memo. I've been saying it the wrong way around for a while now. So where's our third expansion or our third settlement going to be coming in? I think we have to go on this tile next to the gypsum. We might be able to find other expansions down here towards the south. It doesn't look like there's anybody here. So let's continue moving up along the coastline. We want to avoid... Oh, this is a good spot. Oh, this is a good spot. Now, keep in mind, we can't settle over here because this is international waters. This is foreign lands. We could do this. This is triple reef, quadruple reef over here. Is not bad. And remember, that's a huge amount of science. We could also pick up the cow rig here. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll turn this into a fishing town. So that's going to be, I think that's our 4th town. So we're going to play for 3 cities this game and a whole bunch of fishing towns. Is the fishing town back? That's what we're looking to answer the question of. Because it was definitely, initially when Civ 7 came out, I was super hyped for the fishing town. And then I realized, hold on a minute. Food is bad. So let's go ahead. Let's move out over onto this tile. We've got this one as well. We could technically do it here, but it's going to take 1 extra building for us to do it. So we're not going to bother. Some lovely navigable rivers that we've got. So we've only got the 4 scouts. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll settle our first settlement. All right, it's technically our second settlement. Now, there's a part of me that feels like we should start expanding to the water first and then look to come up towards the gypsum, because the gypsum's nice and it's going to help out the capital, but it's not really going to help out this town. And we just want to power this town up. That's my thinking. So remember, we don't want to expand. I mean, we could just take that, right? Like, it's going to take a while for our capital to come all the way around here. But anyway, let's buy a fishing key. We're going to buy a fishing key up here because it gives us influence. And we're going to start off with just some food. It's definitely a very different playstyle. I will say that right now. It doesn't feel like the good old days of spamming production as much as you can and just trying to make it work. Obviously, production is still important, and you can see that there is an element that we're really trying to play into that. The whole idea of going into the god of the sea. But it's about being able to leverage the sea as well in this game, because we're going to have like incredibly powerful fishing boats early on in this game. Okay, let's continue moving across the map. See what we can find. Obviously, we can't touch down over on this island. It's a beautiful island, though. Got lots of resources on it. See if we can't find a settlement in here. It doesn't look like there's going to be another settlement in here. Worst case scenario, we just come down and take one of these. Like, look at all these reef tiles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reef tiles. We settle here and then put a market/garden here and then fishing key. That's going to take too long. We'd have to go probably here, and then we can come around. That's fine. It's a 3 versus a 4. Not a huge amount of difference between them. We've met a new civilization. It's Augustus. Augustus, I feel like you're in every single game that I play. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we play with a lot of leaders, so naturally you're going to see leaders more when you play with lots of leaders. But I feel like I see him all the time. Okay, so do we take the gold or the culture? We take the gold, definitely. Whoa, that was me clicking a little bit too much here. We got a lot of influence that we haven't been spending yet, and we're up to 16 influence per turn, so it makes me definitely think we want to take the codex here. So we'll take the codex, and we should think about spending our influence rather than not spending it. So let's go ahead and grab this tile. This is growing so quickly as well. 4. So yeah, we're a growing town right now. And oh my gosh, we can send the food back as well. That's the other thing. That's... Oh, yeah, okay. I'm super excited for this. Oh, it's been so long. It's been so long since I've played around with food, dude. I'm having flashbacks to, like, Confucius, dude. That is good. That's a good thing. Okay, let's check in and make sure that we haven't... we've got another 2 turns on this bad boy. So we could definitely think about utilizing our influence. Now, do we want to use it over here? Probably not. I think, if anything, we probably want to go after something like Cthep. Nice and easy. They're close to us. Now, technically, I think this would upset him because he dislikes... well, he likes leaders that leave independent powers alone, dislikes those that disperse independent powers. We're not dispersing them, so I guess technically we should be okay there. Let's just dodge that blizzard for the moment. I couldn't remember if his bonus was that he likes leaders who don't interfere with independent powers, but it's not that. It's just, as long as you're not killing them, it's okay. All right, so we've settled in this position, so definitely we can take the gypsum. We'll send the gypsum back to the capital. Oh, I just realized, look at that. That is nice. The town. Oh, because it's a growing town. So, well, I guess, yes. It probably stays like that until you change the type of town that you are. Okay, so we've finished our altar. So we've got an extra plus 1, 2, 3 production. Wonderful. Okay, Blizzard is gone for the moment. Let's keep on scouting. There's some turtles up here. We could absolutely settle over here as well. In fact, we could just go really, really heavy on coastal settles. I know that we've got an inland settle here. I mean, technically it's inland, but we've got the navigable river, so it doesn't feel as bad. I definitely think we could look to try and do that. All right, we've got the option for a monument. Where would we put the monument down if we were going to do it? We don't really have an option, do we? It'd just be somewhere around here-ish. People should worship as they like. It's an extra 75 happiness versus the 20. I think we'll take the happiness. Why not? Okay, so here we're gonna move more further. We've got 10 turns until our next growth is quite a lot, man. I feel like I'm getting scammed here. Do we need to invest more heavily into growth? Perhaps. Now we could look at pyramids. Pyramids would be quite nice, but we don't have a lot of. I mean, we do have these navigable tiles down here. 1, 2, We've got 1, 2, and then 3. It's really not worth going pyramids. You could do pyramids in here. Absolutely, you could do pyramids in here. Pyramids in here. Actually, why aren't we going into that? I mean, the gypsum here kind of makes sense. Let's leave it at that. All right, let's bring you around. We'll go pyramids in that. I don't know if we'll get it, though. Pyramids is going to be coming pretty late in there, because that's not going to be our first city either. That's going to be our second city. Actually, no, do we make this our first city? Maybe we make this our first city. And then just slot the gypsum in, because we're working up to gypsum over here anyway. Because we'll go through here up to gypsum. Speaking of gypsum. So now we'll come up to that, and then we'll move the gypsum over. So +2 production in cities. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, okay, so this is probably going to be our first city then. That makes... Or first new city. That makes the most sense. And then we'll throw pyramids in here. We can also do Among Us Maui as well if we really want to go crazy on the fishing boats. So arguably you want to do the fishing boats in the... Or the fishing boats for the capital is probably a little bit better with the Among Us Maui. We've got lots and lots of islands. This is continents and islands. Keep that in mind. Okay, so we finished in the capital for the moment. So we're going to be going... It's not the most beautiful town. If we go here, the atoll is technically open ocean. Oh my god, there's another reef down here. Yeah, this is the spot right here. I like it. I agree. Or do we go here? I think we go here, and that way we just go bang, bang, bang on the reef tiles, and then from there we can come up and then just go around. Dude, this is going to be a crazy... This is going to be a crazy town, man. All right, let's pick up a little bit more in the way of resources. We'll go into... I think at this stage we could still just definitely invest or double down a little bit more here. We'll go into the monument. Okay, I think we've just found Rome as well. Okay, do we look to spend some of our influence on... Oh, he's already befriending Karasupi. And the fact that it's so advanced, we could technically beat him to it, but we would have to spend even more than just like... Because the normal undercut would get us to 20. Yeah, it's not worth us to do it. We can't catch him at this point. I mean, we probably could catch him, but I don't think it's worth investing the influence on it. We can save our influence for other city-states. So, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. All right, let's keep... I want to keep adding in these fishing boats, dude. More fishing boats. And arguably more settlements. Look at the resources that are out here. But the thing is, these aren't... I want coastal resources. Give me more coastal... Oh, hello. Hello. That was quick. Hello. We got turtles up here. You better believe we're coming for those turtles. We're going to get a nice little trade route with them. Keep in mind that we do get trade routes when we befriend city-states. Though it's very specific, I will say that. So I think it needs to be quite close to you. I think it might be buggy. I'm not 100% sure if it's buggy or what the go is, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. For anyone wondering what I'm talking about here, the unique Tongan civics receive a free trade route from a new city-state when you become their suzerain. So, Cthep, 8 turns. 8 turns for Cthep. And 18 turns. Did we go a little bit early on that? I think we may have gone a little bit too early on that. I mean, it would give us wool. Because we can't get it. It's 18 turns, and then Code of Laws is 15. Why do we only have 12 culture? Hold on a minute. Let's fix that up. Okay, so now that's down to 10 turns. This is still going to be, what, 12 turns? Yeah, 12 turns now. We need more culture. We got the monument coming up next turn. The other thing to note, I don't know if you get the trade route if Code of Laws is incomplete. So that's another thing to note. So, like, we could technically go in and get that. That's 12 turns. What was this? 8 turns? I don't think we're going to get it anyway, because even then we'd go from 18 up to 21. It's probably not going to work. Okay. Let's go swimming. We're going into the water. We want to get our fishing key out soon. We've got Serta that's up here. We'll hold with the army commander for the moment. Show hospitality to the refugees. 14 gold it's going to cost us. We'll absolutely take the migrant. In 5 turns, we get double population. Lovely. That right there is our Tongan bonus. You wouldn't be able to get that if you weren't playing Tonga, because Tonga can go across the seas. Definitely gives me that coupe reimagined vibe. That is, I don't know about you guys, but, you know, being able to come out here and go across the open ocean nice and early definitely feels good. And we want to go irrigation, just so that we get the extra, whatchamacallit, the extra settlement limit, because we're about to go under our settlement. Or over our settlement limit. Do we take that now or do we wait 10 turns? Because it's going to make everything unhappy. And we really benefit from happiness because we get more happiness towards our... celebrations. So we want to try and avoid going into negatives where possible. So I think we'll leave it for the moment. We're still early in this game. Turn 34. But I can feel it all coming together. Okay, so the final thing that we want to get is this turned into a... Oh, we want to put this in as a library. So for us to do that, we need 2 more tiles. But at the same time, it's not like we just want to be spamming out things. We could go brickyard and granary. Oh, sorry, brickyard and saw pit. Why is it 2 hammers that it's giving us? I don't think we've got... I don't know why it's giving us 2. We haven't... We didn't go into masonry too. I'm curious. Oh, because we've got clay. Oh, clay gives +1 production on warehouse buildings. There, don't worry. I found it. Don't worry, guys. We got it. Maybe we should be looking for more clay. Now that they've added an extra warehouse building, it kind of makes clay even better. It also makes the warehouse bonuses that you get from civilizations better as well. We're going to need to get a ranged unit down here, aren't we? We could convert to city right now. Could we be annoying and like draw him away with our general? Because we don't really care if we lose the general right now. We're in a pretty defensive position. Let's come in. Let's grab that. We can get gold or the earliest available technology. Bro. Okay, dude. This is what I'm saying. Like with the coupe bonus that you've got where you can just go across the water. That's that's insane, dude. This is across the ocean. We're just picking that up. That should be gone very early. And now because we've got irrigation, it means that we're at 4 settlement limit, which means that we can plant this this down faster, which means now we've got more production, more... Wow. I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time over here. Let's go and get that slinger as well. It's going to be a while before we get our city online. But don't worry, we'll get him there eventually. We've got ourselves an expansionist point as well. Oh, man. I tell you what, that feels very good. Normally, I don't go for that because every time I'm like, it's just going to give me sailing, and it's like turn 48. Or I should say like turn 98. And it's just going to give me sailing. Okay, in the end, this guy did actually move. Let's fire that off. Okay, so we are now going to take the gypsum. So gypsum will, of course, go to the capital. So we'll move these across very, very quickly. And do we... I mean, arguably, we could look to go into masonry. The other thing I wanted to check, I think production on production buildings, I'm 99% sure that the harbor is a production building, and therefore masonry gives it +1. So we should be doing that. But before we do that, let's go into riding. And then before we do that, let's drop a saw pit. The saw pit was 1 turn on that saw pit. That is an incredible saw pit. Man, this opening feels really solid, though. Ooh. Did we make a mistake? Oh, my God. 2 health. 2 health. Let's just go over here for a little bit. Okay, so saw pit is now complete. That right there... You guys are going to hate me, but I'm going to put the granary on this tile. You guys are going to absolutely hate me. I'm going to put the granary on this tile. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh, I can't put the granary on this tile. I need this for other things, dude. Hold on. How long am I going to have to wait? Because I want to put my garden market down over here, and I need to get out there right now. Am I just giving up adjacencies for the rest of the game? I mean, the truth is I can move my capital. Right? Like, we can move our capital later. We don't care. Look, we're having a fun game where we're just putting a... for the rest of our lives, that granary will be on that tile, and you'll be thinking to yourself, why is that granary there? And it was all just because so that we could get a faster garden. Okay, that's the answer to your question. We got a lot of production in this city, by the way. We're sitting at 34 production. Oh, we need to use this, and then we need to use this. Do we go the 3? I want to get around to the reefs, because remember, we're going to get that big reef bonus very, very soon. It's going to be 13 turns until we grow. Oh, do we take these tiles away from here? I think it's okay. We've still got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we can work. Yeah, he'll still have 5 that he can work. It's not a big deal. We'll come out. We'll grab that. It's only 1 extra happiness as well. It's not a big deal. Boom. We got the reef coming up soon. Dude. This is what life is all about. Oh, hey, Volcano, would you mind just spewing a little bit of that love all over our tiles, please? Thank you. Okay, we've got a city resource here. It's somewhat tempting to move these guys out, though we are losing production. But, I mean, we're on 36 production. We're on a huge amount of production here already. Okay. Let's finish off this unit right here. There's a part of me that wants to purchase the fishing key in here as well, because that's just going to accelerate the growth, but we need this city to come online. So let's just do that. Mate, is there a world where we just start buying fishing keys in all of our towns before they become cities, just so that we can grow them like crazy? Because remember, they'll have that extra growing bonus. So like, the sooner you can start growing them, the better. Okay, so the people in the comments that were like, I can't believe you placed the granary there, say it now. Say it now. Say it to my face. Say it now. With with the 8. Oof. Dude, these reefs are going to go off. Oh, I can't wait to see these reefs. These reefs are going to be crazy because remember, after we finish Code of Laws, by the way, Code of Laws is coming through in 1 turn, 2 turns on this bad boy. So, I mean, it doesn't matter because we don't have the unique anyway. But you get the idea. Okay, and I don't think there's a way for us... Oof, that's a dead unit, isn't it? Don't die. Don't die. You were a good man. You lived a good life. You did your best. Let's get rid of this for oratory. Definitely. We'll take the extra culture. Thank you very much. Ooh. But speaking of culture, have we still got our agreement running? We do. We're going to be... Yeah, I was going to say, we're pretty close to an alliance right here. He is unfriendly with Blackbeard, so maybe it's not a good idea. Hold on, let me just go back in here. Yeah, it's only the decay. He's a very happy neighbor, that is for sure. Okay, so we picked up Code of Laws. I think from here, let's just go straight into uniques. I want to come down to this right here. And the reason why is just because of +2 science on fishing boats on reefs in all settlements. Think about that for a second, okay? That's a reef. 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 That's already 5 reefs that are giving 5 science, and now that's going up to 15 science. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reefs down here. We've got more reefs that are down here. 1, 2, 3, 4 that are 5 that are all here. This is 15 science in this settlement. That's crazy. That's a huge amount of science that they're just giving it to you. Like, hey, come and get your science. Okay. Carthage is a potential travel location. Not really. Not really. I can't believe we don't have anywhere to travel with this. It's okay. We'll unlock more things that give us different abilities to travel, to trade, to be merchants. I hope we don't lose this unit. Oh, we met somebody. River's also given us a little bit of a buff. Let's get out of here. We've met Pasha Kuti. Pasha Kuti, how you doing? We'll give you a happy greeting. Hopefully he gives us something nice. We'd like a science agreement with you. We'll study the military practices. The good doctor and the rumors confirm. The realms of this age have bestowed their secrets, and Dr. Rizal returns home. Okay. Okay, so we still want to grow in this city. And we've befriended Cthep now. So what do we go with Cthep? I think we have to go papermaking. And it's kind of funny because papermaking is like the one that can be chosen by multiple civilizations. And when you look at this on paper, it is just... It seems the best by far, right? Like... Maybe we've just made a lot of warehouse buildings. Maybe we've just made a lot of warehouse buildings. Well, there's a part of me that's thinking, okay, if we get our first Diplo point... So, we're a Diplo civilization. If we get our first Diplo point there, maybe there's a point in running, like, instead of with going Lydian Lion, going into the 1 Diplo point so that you can be in 2 Diplo points right now and get the cheaper befriending. That would be kind of sick. Something to think about. We could... also look at going into... This is a wildcard attribute. What am I thinking? I'm thinking about here. Emil Bell for the 1 Diplo point. We could definitely do Emil Bell for the Diplo point, so it's cheaper to befriend people, and then we just befriend towards the end of the age. We're just befriending like crazy. That could be an option for us as well, because look at all of these. I don't know if these are on the same continent or not. No, you can tell they're not on the same continent because we can't get up here. Otherwise, we'd be able to get up. Ooh, fishing boats. Fishing boats have been repaired, or have been damaged. We want to repair the harbor, but we don't want to pay for it. So let's do that. God, that's 8 production. Maybe we just pay for it straight up. That's a lot. But speaking of paying for it straight up, we got to convert this over to a city. Okay, and what are we putting down first? I think we're putting down a fishing key first. And a harbor first. Because we've got this bad boy right here. So let's go ahead and do it. We'll start with a fishing key. And then after that, we'll put the harbor down. Dude, fishing key and harbor feel so good now. Oh, I actually love it, dude. I'm so glad that they made this change. And I can't believe it, honestly. It's such a good change. And it's such a simple change, but boy, oh boy, was it absolutely amazing. +1 chariot? At this stage of the game? Absolutely, we will take the chariot. Man, we're getting so much value from these. We need to heal this unit up. Okay, so we've got the chariot in here now. Let's see if we can grab the chariot. Wonderful. We'll bring him out over to the side. Okay, so we've literally built everything in here. That's because we've got so much production. And I think this kind of answers the question, okay, that I had. Is a fishing start viable? Bro, it's turn 43. Now, granted, I've got a pretty good start. Yeah, okay, we got Iguazu Falls. Okay, we've only got an extra 2 production from Iguazu Falls. We're not even working the tile, okay? And yet still, we are absolutely balls to the walls right now. Like, we are pumping. This has undoubtedly absolutely answered the question. Is a fishing start now viable? Oh, yeah, the fishing start is viable. It is not just viable. It's a menace. It is a menace. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're going pyramids here. We've only got 2 tiles that we can put it down on. Oh, sorry. Did I say pyramids? We're not going pyramids. We're going hanging gardens. We can't do this tile because it's got the +2 adjacency. Where do we put it? Up here? I guess up here. It gives... There's nowhere really good for it to go. Hanging gardens is +1 food on farms in the settlement. The growth rate in cities is nice as well. Let's risk it. Let's risk it. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. I want to grow big. I want to grow hunky. But we do also want to continue expanding up this way. So we should be keeping an eye out for that. And speaking of expansion, we should look to befriend a militaristic city-state just so that we can get the extra settlement limit. And by the way, what is going on with all these units right here? Do you need to be befriended? I think you may need to be befriended, my friend. All right, let's sleep. I was going to say sleep the general, but doesn't really make sense right now just because we've got ourselves quite a bit of an army coming through. Chariot is probably fine to hold in that position there. I don't think we can heal in the open ocean, can we? I think we're just kind of stuck out here. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, gosh, that's okay. Yeah, so we can't heal. We can sleep. So it means that we're going to have to go in eventually. Okay, do we build 2 libraries, train a settler? I think we build 2 libraries. We can definitely do that. Okay, we're once again growing in here. Lovely. So we're going to continue expanding up out here because we've got that gypsum. We came in for the gypsum. That was all we wanted. Oh, you know what we could do? That's not worth it. I was going to say, we could totally go into a fishing town. We're not going to do it, but we could. But we're not going to. But we absolutely could. It'd be kind of cool. Because, actually, if you go into the fishing town, +2 production on camps, woodcutters, clay pits, mines, and quarries. It's only 1 food. Yeah, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it. We're not going to bother. Let's drop that library down. And then we can think about going into our unique. So probably going to have to go over here somewhere. We want it to be on the coast, but of course there's nowhere really that good for it. This is technically a +4, but I mean, it wouldn't be terrible. I'm not going to do it though. I know what people are thinking, and they're thinking to themselves, "Don't you dare do it! Don't." I'm talking about putting them on separate tiles, the uniques, because the bonus that you get really isn't that powerful. It's like an extra +2 culture per trade route to a city-state that's international. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let's double check right now. +2 culture for every trade route you have to a city. Oh, it's only to a city-state. So that trade route that we had out here to see Thep is +2 culture. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's manageable. Do you want to form an alliance? You're hostile with Blackbeard though, so I will just say, like, if anything goes down with you, we're gonna have trouble. I mean, Blackbeard's kind of far away. Now, who built this? Unmet player. My #1 enemy. Unmet player. We'll bring this across just in case. So where's our next expansion going? I think we have to go 1, 2, 3. It has to be here. Bit of an awkward spot. then we probably want to even consider going north as well as an option. All right, out onto the reef here once again. So we've picked up 3 reef tiles over here. Absolutely loving it. Thank you, Tecumseh, for the free... Everyone's just giving us free stuff. Free gold, free influence. Absolutely, we'll take it. And let's go ahead and focus this down. We'll just heal you up for the moment. Okay, as you can see, we've got a pretty big map that we need to cover here. That was a galley. Double turtles. Very nice. +1 culture on warehouse buildings, by the way. Oh, I thought we were moving. I thought we were doing something. Okay, so C-Thep. So this will give us 2 culture as well. So we go from 40 culture. Oh no, we don't get the culture yet because we don't have the unique district. Okay, don't worry. Oh, don't worry. I get things. I get things. I get it. Don't worry. I have understood. Okay, so we're a little bit under attack here. Let's move in. Do we befriend them? I think we just befriend them right now. Let's get it out, over and done with. We're going to be settling quite close to them. We don't want to upset them just because we don't want to upset Tecumseh either. Okay, so are we putting our... I think we just put our unique down right here instead. +1 for adjacent resources as well as wonders. And then this is just +1 for coastal terrain and wonders. So yeah, we'll go for that tile right there. We could also look for another settler. When is our next settlement limit coming through? It's down here, isn't it? So we might do a pit stop down there. Do we bother going into here? +1 culture on warehouse buildings? 7 culture? Dude, absolutely. All of these are actually really good. Tonga's got some very nice unique civics. Because sometimes you look at the unique civic tree and you're just like, that is disgusting. That is terrible. Who designed you? What were they thinking? I mean, it's not what were they thinking. It's like, I can see the vision. It's just I don't like the vision. That's essentially it. I think we'll take the culture here. We're working our way down and around. Maybe we go across the ocean here. Probably a bit smarter. All right, we should be able to finish it off this turn. Wonderful. Maybe we go the other way with you. Though I kind of want to heal you up, though. That's the other thing. Let's just bring you out over here. We've got another growth opportunity in the cap. Now, we could work Iguazu Falls, but, like, why would you bother, bro? Like, look at this. Why would you work a natural wonder when you could work a fishing boat? That is the question. Oh, this is actually it. We'll definitely take that. The extra food? Because just remember, the extra food is going to stack up and it's going to make us grow faster. Take the science. Masonry is now complete. So now I want to check back. Does that push up? Yes, it does. Okay, so the harbor is absolutely 100% a production building. Well, I mean, of course, we kind of knew it already, but I just want to confirm that it is. Colossus has not yet been built. Important to note. I don't think we need to consider bronze working. We're not really going to war. We've got plenty of influence. We don't have to worry about the wheel. And we've got a great spot for a market. So we definitely want to go into currency here. We could go into writing as well, just to go for some steals. We get the codex as well. I think we'll go currency, though. Probably the safest bet here at this stage. All right, let's throw down. We should also be looking... Oh, my God. Look at this settlement over here. Imagine if we settled here. So many coastal resources. Okay, we're not going to bother changing policies at the moment. It's been a while since our last celebration, but it's coming up in 3 turns, so that's good news. Okay, so Fishing Key and Harbor is complete on this tile right now. Wonderful. So we'll also go for an altar. God, look at the production on here. 19. That is amazing. So we'll do Garden Market on this tile. That's a +2 right there. So I think we probably just want to start off with the science. So let's go do that, and then we'll come down here for the monument. Is there any more production that we want? The altar, I guess. But we don't have a lot of fishing boats at the moment, do we? I think we've got like 3 maybe. No, only 2. I think. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. So we're still going to need to... That was probably a mistake. I think we've overextended a bit there. Cop damage on the river. Okay. Yeah, so that's a beautiful settlement. Unfortunately, we're not going to be settling it anytime soon. Thank you, Tecumseh. And maybe it's a good idea we go meet some other leaders. Oh, lovely. I thought we were going to take lots of damage, but it turns out we are not. They're going to retreat instead, and we grab ourselves our 2nd level. And we're not going to go push any city-states, even though we could. Thought has crossed my mind. We'll back out after that next attack. I think that attack was fine. Galley? Let's just stay on this ocean tile, and he won't be able to hit us. That was interesting. They went through each other. All right, we've grown once again, so we'll go into this tile. Okay, so we can definitely think about altar right now as an option. Our gold income is kind of low, but our gold income will skyrocket after we've completed our markets. And our markets come up in 9 turns, so it's not going to be very long until we're actually going to have that. Hold on. Yeah, we can't get out there. It's across the ocean. I was looking out here like, ooh, that looks very, very nice. So I think we probably want to go something like this. Yeah, we could definitely do that. That's fresh water as well. And then I think we also want to do another one up here. How are we doing on Acmonia? Not too bad. That's the first time I think I've ever seen that, Acmonia. Let's also grab... Oh, you know what? We should absolutely be taking the extra movement for scouts. We've got so many scouts and we get such good value out of them. So, like, why aren't we? Oh, pyramids. We were going to build the pyramids in here, weren't we? 14 turns? There's no way we do the pyramids in here. Where are the pyramids going to go? Here. All right, let's do it. We're going to commit to the pyramids. And then the next settler, or next citizen we have, we'll put it in here. We don't have anyone else that we can evict, I don't think. Yeah, there's nobody that we can evict out of here to get the camels to put more production in. So we do have to be aware of that. Okay, let's drop this down. This is for the unique district. So that's going to be the spot we throw it in. Okay. Well, I think this has definitely answered the question of how viable is it. I wanted to actually go in and do testing. I wanted specifically to like go in and find a spawn that's good at everything, the same way that I did with the Greeks quite a long time ago. I'm not sure if you guys remember, there was a video that I posted where basically we just talked about it and then talked about why specific openings are better than others. And one of the things that we found is like the sailing opening was just, it felt terrible, and that's because it was terrible. Well, this could be bad because he's standing on this. And we have 13 turns of celebration. This should have been extra production towards wonders, but we probably weren't thinking about it. I mean, it's extra culture, and extra culture is always going to be welcome. How long have we got until we get to carve a ceremony? 5 turns, and then we can start befriending. Actually, these guys are on our continent, aren't they? I think these guys are on... Yeah, they're 100% on our continent. I can literally see them. These guys are on our continent as well. Do we want to bother befriending them? I think we do. Just for the bonuses that we get to the warehouses. Because remember, we're going to have so many warehouses. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Where was it? It was down here. That's disappointing. We'll be okay, though. Okay, influence or culture. Obviously, we'll take the influence. Influence is way more valuable. And now we could do the pyramids over here as well. Because technically, we're not doing them back over here. This was my suspicion. We should have moved on to this tile so that this doesn't happen. I don't know what happens with the production from this, though. Okay, so now here's the trouble. Like, what do you do with this city while you're just chilling out? For 6 turns, we don't do anything. Now, yeah, we could make the pyramids, but you're going to get a bonus to 1 tile. That's it. And even then, I don't think you get the bonus. I mean, no, you would get the bonus, but, like... Let's make a couple merchants. Merchants are... That's a cool trick. And we can hold out for this guy. I love this music, by the way. Music. I don't know what it reminds me of, but it reminds me of something, and I like it. Is it? Oh, it's what's the movie? I watch it with my kids sometimes. I'm sure you know what I'm thinking about. Maui, that's the one. He's such a cool guy. All right, that's all done. Can we build the pyramids now? Will you let us build the pyramids now? 12 turns, it says. Ally is at war. Sorry, Tecumseh. We must stay neutral. Good luck in your war, though. There's a whole bunch of them up here. We've very much got an isolated spawn here. Have a look at this. We are very isolated. Actually, I don't even know if this was on our continent or not. I don't think this was. I massively wasted the influence. Because we're about to... That is a mistake. That is an objective mistake. Okay, so where do we go from here? As I said, like, we've got so much production, we don't know what to do. Do we just add a couple more merchants just because we know we're eventually going to be able to use them? Even if we can't right now? I guess so. We're about to have a whole bunch of things come through. Let's grab that extra little bit of culture. Who do we want to befriend? I think Tecumseh. Again, he's kind of our closest neighbor, so you definitely want to stay allied with him. All right, Slinger can sleep. You can sleep as well. And our chariot can also sleep. So we've got 11 turns on the pyramids. God, that feels like a long time. Okay, there we go, finally. Okay, so now that that's come through, we'll take the Diplo point. Absolutely. Get the extra 50%. So now we've got an extra 50% and an extra 100%. So this should cost us like 12. 68. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a decent price. So let's double check. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, we overpaid here. We paid 100 more influence than what we should have. But it's okay. I think we can actually get more scouts out right now. Let's go and drop that down. Patavium. And let's move into Carver Ceremony. Ooh, the naval trade route range and the settlement limit. Oh, where is that settler, by the way? It's literally about to settle right now. There's no good settles up here, by the way. Maybe... Well, nothing that's fresh water. We still haven't explored all the way up here, but there's nothing fresh water on the edge. Let's hold this for now. 2 turns. We don't want to send everybody unhappy. Now, our third city was meant to be Toloa, but it doesn't have a huge amount of production in here. And it's still kind of slowly growing. Capital, by the way, is an absolute behemoth, as it just hits its next turn. By the way, another reef. Dude, look at these tiles. Look how good these tiles are. And you know the best part? These are only going to get better. These are going to get even better, these reef tiles. Thank you very much. We will absolutely take that gold. Actually, we shouldn't have. We want to befriend all the city-states. We want to befriend all the city-states. Let's do one more settler. Because after we finish off our uniques, 1 influence on monuments adjacent to coast and Nagatu. We needed that one as well. We've still got quite a bit to do. But we'll come up and look to try and get those extra settlement limits. Alright, so let's send this scout this way. Let's do another scout before we do this settler. And we want to continue scouting, looking for more of those... We'll hold you. More of those city-states. Because you can see there's so much that we haven't scouted yet that really has a lot of potential. Okay, so we've got 10 trade naval range. So let's go ahead and get rid of this culture. We're at 50 culture now, so it's not a huge amount. And throw that one in. So does that open up anything new? It does. Acmonia. Wait. Shouldn't we have a trade route with you already? Because we're the suzerain. Maybe it didn't come through yet. Maybe we went too early? No. You just became our city-state. You just became our city-state. Do we go for gemstones, which is the standard, or do you go for this? Extra 8 gold. I feel like we have to do it, man. It's so good. 8 gold. Yeah, okay, there's the trade route. So now we have camels and turtles automatically. Boom. I do like that. And you got to remember that that really starts to stack up. It might not seem like much, but it starts to stack up. Because remember that the cost of a merchant increases the more merchants you make. So if you've only made 5, the cost of your 6th merchant is going to be a lot cheaper than if you've made 10. The cost of your 11th merchant is going to be significantly more. So there are a huge amount of bonuses to just like getting out merchants early, just letting them chill, leaving them for a bit, and then just boom. Getting all those befriends in a bit later. We'll drop the market down there. Our gold is about to skyrocket, at least hopefully. And I think we also want to try... We've got the fishing key down. Let's also get down a harbor. Because that is going to give us a lot more production. Oh, you know what we want? We want an altar as well. We want an altar. Let's drop the fishing key. So we're going to put the fishing key on this tile. Okay, and we'll come down this way. We've got another reef tile down here. We will get there eventually. All right, I'm loving this, dude. I'm loving this so much. Okay, we're going into Among Us Maui here, but we're also going into Among Us Maui right here. So 5 turns versus 18. So we should be able to get it. I think we should be okay on the Among Us Maui front. Okay, this guy can just head over here because 1 single scout is all we need for this. We're at 4 out of 5. Let's make it 5 out of 5. So we've got another settlement that's come in now. And once again, we're just going to focus on the water. That is going to be us. Wait. No, we've seen these guys. We just didn't see that tile right there. Whoa, what does that sound? Unmet city state has been defeated. That's what the sound that is. Okay, we can actually start befriending these city states now. So let's 68. Was it 68? It must be 68. Yeah, that's okay. I miscalculated or misremembered. Okay, chariot can hold 6 turns until pyramids is done. Just don't hold your breath. I still don't think we're gonna get it. There's no way we get the pyramids. Okay, so I think we just have to come down for this. Where else do we grow with this city? I mean, we could just grow inland and take production. This is going to become a city anyways. Because we could take these tiles. We can go here. That won't deny it from the capital. So let's do that. Because that's not within distance of the cap. Oh, bro, I'm loving this. Oh. Oh. We ran into the Bermuda Triangle. Beautiful. Okay, 3 turns to go. And then we get to see it. To answer the question, is the fishing opening actually good? Oh, yeah, baby, it's good. Camels. Additional camels. So now we've got 2 sets of camels, which means we can move more production into this city. So we can finish our pyramids slightly faster. 3 turns. 1 turn. It could be the difference. You never know. It could be the difference. Do we dare get a fishing key? Where would we put the fishing key? Does it really matter here? I don't think so. I'm actually buying fishing keys. Like, look at what it's giving us. Influence, culture, gold. Like, it's not bad at all. The question is like, oh shit! He went in the black hole! I've never had that happen before. No. That's so sick. He went in the Bermuda Triangle, dude. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, units that move on to this natural wonder are teleported to a random ocean location. I've never once seen that or realized that. Did they change that? I don't remember that being a thing, but that's sick. I love that they're playing into it. Good on them. That's funny. That is very good. I approve. I approve. All right, let's start befriending these guys. 68 here. We got 66 left in the tank. Oh, that's so funny. Now that I know that, I would have moved the other guy in as well. Okay, so next expansion. Do we come down? Yeah, we do. Right here. How could I forget? How could I forget? Okay. So we're going into this one. And then we're going into our next settlement limit. We've got the option for a bath or the Among Us Maui. And you guys know me. We are not particularly hygiene focused. Does it really matter where he goes? The Among Us Maui. I think ideally you'd probably want him next to... Want him next to the mountain. Want him next to the volcano. You ask for what? Ooh, Zhangjiajia. Okay, another natural wonder. So, quite a bit that we've managed to find. And I can't believe we actually got the pyramids. I genuinely can't believe we got the pyramids. So that's going to give us an extra 1 gold and 1 production on all improvements and districts on minor and navigable river tiles. So, this is an improvement. And a district is obviously over here, which we've talked about. So, that is... very good, very welcome. I'm surprised that we got it. Okay, let's now move down over towards the monument. So we're going to put an altar down, because that should give us quite a bit. We definitely want more food as well. Actually, maybe, do we go for a garden first? Because we're only on 13 food. Let's go for a garden first. Then we'll do it, then we'll come down for a monument. And I think the trouble is, when you've got a really good adjacency like this, then you're tempted and you're like, okay, maybe let's put our market down as well. And it spirals out of control. And it's like, hey, you got a really good adjacency down here as well, like a +4. So you got to consider, oh my God. It's there. It's there. Okay. Here we go, folks. 16 science and 11 production. Dude, we have 32 science at turn 68, which is like probably below par. Normally you should have a little bit more than that. But the good news is we have 48 science now. Bro, look at these tiles. Okay, all right. Well, at this point, I think we can definitely say, without a shadow of a doubt, the sailing start, the fishing boat start is back. The question is whether or not it's better than everything else, because in my mind, having a look at these tiles, it may just be. And look, there's something that I love, and it is yields. It is yields. I absolutely adore yields. And speaking of yields, look, I know we need to make other things, but give me some more yields. Give me some more yields. Yeah, this is it. This is it. All right, we're going to leave this video here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, but I tell you what, sailing is back. That is for sure. Oh, yeah.